Hey, what's going on, Golden Gamers? Welcome back to another episode of the Pantheon. Today, we're going to be settling a question that's bound to be contentious. Who's the best Melee Twitter personality? We have 10 Smashers on deck for us to debate and rank, and we must reach a definitive conclusion on where to rank each Smasher. What makes an iconic Melee Twitter personality? What sticks with you?
I feel like it's the people that put themselves out there, you know? Like, I used to be more like this. I feel like when I was, like, more up and coming in the Melee community, I would just say whatever was on my mind. You know, these days, I kind of lay low. But I feel like there's been some people in the community that, you know, they'll just say whatever is on their mind. And they'll really, you can really get a sense of who they are. They're not fake, you know. And I feel like the best Twitter users in Smash Twitter, like love them or hate them, you know what you're getting. You know what you're getting into. You know exactly. You know what they're about.
I think of it differently. I have like a roast ratio, so it's kind of just like the ability to either be roasted or to roast.
So what are you looking for in an iconic Melee Twitter personality?
Yep. So I think that I'm one of the most addicted person, you know, on the Twitter. So like when I take the flight from the Japan to the US, I'm just using the Twitter like 7 or 8 hours in a flight.
Oh.
For me, I'm trying to use Twitter like the more my lifestyle, more like going to the DDR, like the playing the rock and the climbing stuff, something.
Well, I'm ready to look at some of these Twitter personalities if you guys are.
Hungry Box.
Oh boy.
Angry Box.
I guarantee you he tweets about whatever we do here.
When I'll read this first one. When I was playing Melee Net Play last night, I got matched up with an Ice Climbers player named Sigma Climb Set, and he would immediately kill his own man at the start every time. Oh yeah, that's pretty funny.
That is pretty funny.
You know, the only thing I would say about Hungry Box, we're ranking the whole persona, right? Like we're ranking the whole overall. I mean, the only thing that I'll just say it, like, you know, sometimes there's like a sense that it's like there's a little bit too much. Sometimes there's just a little bit too much, you know, like he's a little bit too extra with it, right? Is that weird to say?
I think it's him as like you know, those like drama, like, or not the drama, but like those like Twitters that are just for like cultural updates. That's kind of how I feel about Hungry Box's Twitter. It'll be like, oh, MK Leo, like 2 stocks tweak. Like,
what like, does this mean for the narrative? Right.
Yeah, you know.
Like if there's something going on in Smash, like he's talking about it.
I mean, he said, how big can this D get? All right, can we not gloss over that? He's tweeting about Summit. Like, yes, he's doing live updates, but he's also a little bit of a farmer, if I may. Sometimes he just goes after Leffen, and that's also a good time. This is not top of the list for me. This is not. It's a strong Twitter because he's a strong brand, but to me, this is like, is there an HBox tweet that like I really remember besides the one where he told Leffen to shut up? I don't really remember any.
Here's how you know tweets are iconic. If you put it on a different person, will it hit the same? Will it not? Or will it just have some kind of magnitude, even if it doesn't hit the same? Sometimes who tweets it matters, and I feel like even though this tweet is like whatever, I feel like it's like kind of like looked at more because it's Hungry Box that tweeted it. Like if somebody like some random dude tweeted it, it'd probably be like, it's kind of funny, but what?
How do you guys feel about like 8 right now?
I think it's kind of 7 or 8, maybe.
Yeah,
7 or 8. Yeah.
We can meet in the middle at 7, maybe. That's really funny. That's really funny.
Well, I would say that a lot of people would associate Leffen's Twitter with. Can I say it? Complaining, right? Can I just say it?
Leffen's Twitter is iconic. People
it is iconic.
People that know nothing about Smash. Take whatever Leffen says as this is what Smash is, because it just has such a reach, such a pull, such an influence. Yeah. This is, however you feel about it, this is a very iconic Twitter personality. This spans across communities. This spans far and wide.
And I feel like with Leffen, you get, like the thing I was saying about, you get a sense for who he is. You know what I mean? Like, he's not fake. Love him or hate him, he's not fake, right?
And Leffen also makes so many memes, like when we started to use a UCF, somehow the UCF was turning off.
Oh yeah, he had that versus Shootout. Yeah, and then he had that tweet that we saw. So I mean, he's got some banger memes.
The Leffen Chillin' beef started on Twitter. That was his
true.
Twitter.
That's a good point. Yeah,
that's iconic.
This
making the memes is one of the good point of the we could say iconic.
Yes. Yeah. So I think this is at least the top 3 Twitter.
I don't know. From what I've seen lately, I mean, it's been all right. I read the EU is lazy, and then he was like, it's like a trick to get you to read it, and then he's like,
that was pretty cool.
Actually, I thought that was dope. I think what Leffen's amazing at is just being heard, right? Or not heard or seen. I don't know what the word is. But whatever he tweets, I don't give a damn what it is. You're going to look at it.
Yeah, so that's number 1. That's number 1 for me. I don't know if you guys want to put him top 3 and then C, but
we can move him around.
We're
not gonna know until we see everybody. So just
Leffen is the ability to curate attention without trying is very, very impressive.
Yeah, my son was caught watching How to Wave Dash videos. I feel like a mob boss who doesn't want this life for his son. So sometimes those spacey genes run deep.
Mango's got some really strong analogies. He's always had those.
Mango's Twitter was funny about Mango. I feel like his Twitter is just like the tip of the iceberg. It's like it's way more like off Twitter.
His Twitter name is so iconic. It's just golden.
But he makes it funny and interesting, and he always has a really good analogy, and he always has like a really punchy way to convey it. Like, it's not just a mob boss. He's like, I don't want this life for my son. Like, it's like he's always got it to be, dialed up to 11 on the emotion, right? It's so dramatic. It always feels like more than it. Not that he necessarily feels that way, but he just makes the point in a really dramatic way, which I think really is just super funny, and I think people, love that. I think this is also probably a top 3 Twitter.
Yeah, I think it's like top 3. He's kind of his own little island in a way. I feel like he's not really weighing in.
He's had his back and forth, but for the most part, Mango's just like tweets what stuff he thinks is funny.
Maybe put him at 3, see where we go. He could move up, but it's fine for now. We can always move once we see everyone.
All right, next one.
Zayn.
Well,
this is interesting given circumstances.
Here's the problem with Zayn. Here's the problem with Zayn's Twitter. It's not even really Zayn's Twitter no more. It's Moki's Twitter.
Yeah, we're really just evaluating Twitch. It's not even Moki's sometimes because they're farming Twitch chat half the time. This is Twitch. Twitch chat. It just was like, yeah. What if we just came up with something funny to make these people tweet?
Okay, so I'm about to post what I think of Zayn's Twitter. I can't really use words. All right, this image is what I think of his Twitter.
Let me look. Looking.
Every time. He just needs to be stopped.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I almost replied with that one time, but I refrained.
It's weird. It's weird. Do I want to put him above Hungry Box? And I'm not sure. Cause but I feel like if I think of an iconic Hungry Box tweet, I can probably think of less than Zayn's. But I think Hungry Box is more known for being a Twitter user, so it's I'm wrestling with that in my head. I don't really know what to do, but I'm down to put Zayn above him. It just feels weird.
I think of Hungry Box more as I feel like his big moments are all streaming, and they're more in person,
Okay, that's fair. So Zayn, so we can say Zayn has the more iconic. Is everyone okay with that, or any disagreement?
Yeah, I guess I'll give it to Zayn, but he does need to be stopped.
He does need to be stopped.
I mean, really I feel as much as I give him the iconic reward because he needs to be stopped. Yeah. That's how I feel about
Brandon
Zayn.
says you're above Hungry Box, but I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. And you must be punished.
Sometimes because Hungry Box he'll tweet something, I'm like, yeah, whatever, Zayn is just like, why? They'll tweet something again. I'm like, dude, and it's just because of that, I have more of those moments. I have to put Zayn as more iconic because I get emotion. Hungry Box is just I'll just scroll sometimes. I'm like, okay, whatever. Zayn will make me look at the tweet and I'm like, what did I read?
So I guess they're really close. I think Zayn has had more crazy tweets, but HBox's Check the Disc is probably bigger than any of Zayn's individual ones. But Zayn as a collective has had crazier tweets.
Okay,
so I'm down to give it to Zayn.
The one Zayn tweet that is fire was where Fiction was like, Melee is like your personality. And he responded, so yours is an asshole, right? Yeah. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Okay, all right. So for that alone, we'll put him 6, and then we'll come back.
Down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's your play style, an asshole.
No, dude, just make it
Wow.
5. Make it 5. Let's. Oh my god.
Dude, I explicitly fucking told the TO that I had a fucking Tinder date at noon, and they put me in a fucking 12 p.m. pool. Just do your fucking job properly, man. Fuck.
Oh yeah, he also needs to be stopped.
Yeah.
They're both
yeah.
like in a group where they just need
It's
to
the
be
same
stopped.
thing.
Yeah,
You clicked on the
Stop.
image again.
yeah. It's
I think Moki. Oh yeah, the clips. Dude, Moki
Yeah,
hit
yeah,
some
Moki
really
did.
sick clips. So I actually think Moki, some of them, like there was that really crazy one. Dude, look what is. Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god, dude, he's so cool. All right, this dude, for that alone, I kind of want to give him 4.
Yeah, as a melee player, sometimes I do not watch someone's random clip, but when I found the monkeys on the timeline, definitely I will check it.
Yeah,
Every
I'll
time
always
I
watch
check
it.
it.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like 4 for me. Like I don't think it's like, it's not. It doesn't have like the same cultural impact that like Leffen or Mango would have, but it's freaking cool.
Yeah.
So that's like a 4 for me. And we can always move it, but this guy's so freaking cool.
Yeah. Speaking of Melee Twitter, you should be following. Did you know that GG has a new handle? Let's get it. Follow at GG Melee on Twitter. Now for all the latest Gold Guardian Melee news, behind the scenes videos and more. So y'all get on that at GG Melee.
Hugs is interesting because he does like YouTube videos or streams, or he does a thing where he ranks Twitter accounts. So it's kind of meta that he's on here, you know? The only thing he makes some really funny tweets, but I will say it's not as effortless as some of the other people where I feel like he's a little more try hard with it.
Some tweets he has are cool. Some tweets he needs to be stopped also. He has a couple of those.
I can't remember any iconic ones. I can remember I whooped you Hugs 86, but that's
the
that's
iconic
not-
one was the Nintendo one where he's like eating the steak on the Switch.
Yep.
That's the one that I think like that's the one I'm like, oh.
He's had some strong Nintendo hating tweets.
That's
yeah.
a good point.
Yeah.
He had that.
Yeah.
He had a moment where he had a lot of controversy about his Nintendo takes. I remember. Yeah, I would put him a little lower. I don't think of him as.
probably
I think you're
lower.
right. I feel like
Yeah,
it's not
under-
as melee
Under
related.
Xbox, maybe?
Yeah, probably like
So, like,
9,
nine?
8 or 9.
8 or 9. I'm down.
This is an iconic person, dude. Whenever M2K uses parentheses, it's almost always just way funnier.
All right, here's my take on Mewtwo King's Twitter. I think Mewtwo King. When I think Mewtwo King and social media, I don't think Twitter. I think Facebook. This guy was a menace on Facebook, and the Zoomers will never know, but like, dude, I mean, like, he would just hit you up about the stupidest
Bro,
shit.
he's like tried to get me on Metafy for like
Oh my god,
bro hounded me. On
and
every
he does that to
platform.
everybody, and he
Yeah,
does
I know.
it so
He
relentlessly.
went to my stream, yo, Brad, did you check that link on Facebook? I'm like, yo, dog, like, I'm good.
Yeah, not only Japanese the Smashers, but also some Japanese fighting gamers got a message from him.
The one that you're on right now is actually the type of M2K tweet that I think often does the best, where he's like, dude, people are mean. I don't get why
does
they
this
would
so
do that.
much. He does this so much, man.
He's like, dude, I can't believe people would be mean on the internet.
All the time, yeah.
I think when I think of like one of the most iconic ones, he was just like, racism is bad. He said something like that.
He
and
did,
it was-
he did say some shit like that. It was just like, it's like the Drake clapping meme, like, brave.
Like, you can't disagree with it. But
It's like, yeah,
just
all right.
like, what?
but M2K saying it does add something to it, right? Because
Because it's Mewtwo King. It's just like, all right.
It's iconic because of that different speech, right? It's iconic because of just the totally different way he looks at everything and says everything. And he says it in his own way, and he's not really going to change it very much for anyone else. And so, to me, you know, especially because of all those, like, I don't like toxicity tweets and whatever else, that puts him maybe like an 8 for me.
I'm down for it.
Yeah.
I'd low-key put Mewtwo King at 5.
You put him at 5?
I would. I'd put it over Zayn. But
Oh,
that's just
snap.
because I think Zayn needs to be stopped. So I'm not gonna rank Meatspeak lower.
So this has nothing to do with what, like, how good you think M2K's Twitter is. This is purely just to spite Zayn.
Just
Nah, cause Zayn's my guy. I would never do it to spite Zayn, but
But he
you
needs to
know,
be stopped.
I mean, I see Zayn's tweets more than I see Music King's too, so that's fair.
I feel the Hbox is higher because the Hbox tweet is kind of it's basically it's kind of normal, like the announcement kind of announcement stuff, like the smash someone upset someone, then he tweeted everything. But sometimes he tweeted some fun moment, like he is emotional, so
Is that more iconic?
I feel.
Let's put it this way. I feel like HBox right now, he's more in tune with the community in that sense. You know, he goes to a lot of tournaments. Whereas Mewtwo King, I feel like most of the time he's kind of on his own little island, you know, the Mewtwo King Island. And he's, you know, he's got his stream, but he's mostly just tweeting about Metafy and his own little thing, you know. I feel like maybe a couple years ago he would have been higher. But I feel like he's more recluded in this, more
I
recently.
agree with that. I agree with that.
Oh man, he just needs to be stopped.
Blur. This
Yeah.
is this.
I'm biased on this.
I think Blur actually needs to be stopped. I am
Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
on board.
I think Blur
I'm
actually
so on board with this one.
God, man.
Now, okay,
Dude, I love
Blur's
Blur. I'm so
Blur's
biased
Twitter
on
is
this one.
iconic. It is iconic though. You can
Oh,
feel however
it's
you want.
so iconic.
Where's the
is-
tweet where he just said he was the GOAT TO, just no debate? It's like, okay, I guess Sheridan and Rob just don't exist. All right, man.
Sometimes he will, and it's funny because he says some insane things, but sometimes, like with the Nintendo stuff or TO stuff, he actually comes out and he says things that people need to see. That they're interesting takes, that put it well, that put a good amount of emotion in, but aren't over dramatizing it. Dramatizing, I don't remember how to say the word. But, so I think I don't know if he has an individual tweet that I think like really stands out, but I think like there are times where he is like the go-to person, but I also think like he like you said, he needs to be stopped sometimes.
I think
Blur's hard to rank.
what gives me damage with Blur's tweets isn't the tweet or the take itself. I mean, a lot of times, tough. I agree. Like he comes in blazing, but the conviction of it, like he's so sure of his thoughts.
So sure.
And you're just like, bro, you did you like think this through at all? And he's
And
just
sometimes
like,
the answer is no.
Yeah,
But that's authentic, right? And that's and that's iconic because like most people would be like scared. They like, I wouldn't tweet this. Like I haven't thought it through, or like maybe I need to talk to someone. Blur's like, no, send tweet, and that is kind of powerful. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well,
And,
so here's the thought experiment I want to run real quick. So you know, I've known Blur for a very long time. I've known him like for years and years and years. But I have to imagine for you, like, you know, he's not like a famous player or anything. So what is your like opinion on Crimson Blur?
I feel that Crimson Blur is a kind of nice person, but he did not try to like make the controversy or something.
Mm-hmm.
But his point of the view is interesting. So, but his Twitter is not his Twitter activity.
Yeah.
It's kind of so.
So-so?
Compared with other, yeah. So I feel he's not the Monkey Zane tier.
Okay.
No,
Kind
you
of
put him
close to
below
the
them.
Xbox. Yeah.
Kind of close to HBox. Okay.
Yeah. It could be
Interesting.
6.
Blur's tweets sometimes is just like I said, I think to me what iconic is what sparks emotion. And when I just like have emotion with your tweets, like I gotta put you up there. Like I don't know who the last one is, but I'm like, yo, Blur could low-key just be number 2, man. Like I'm just like, yo, like this
Blur
dude.
would be upset that you said that. He'd be like, I'm not number 1. He would be very upset.
And that's why he's
that's why
he's so
that's
high.
why he's so good. Yeah.
That shit right there. I'm just like, dude, like I
So,
can't. This guy's like, he's serious too.
Right.
You know, he's like I think he's memeing sometimes.
Yeah.
And he's like,
No,
nah, I
he's
mean,
serious.
I'm the GOAT. Yeah, I mean, we could put him lower, but I just think.
No,
you know,
I'm with you. I think
I'll
I'm
put
so
Zayn out
understands
high
now,
because
too.
he needs to be stopped, and I think Blur might be the king. He might be like the final
Needing to
form
be
of
stopped.
being
Needing to be
stopped.
stopped.
Yeah.
Blur.
Just like
We have to stop Blur first. Before we can do anything else. That's my view.
Oh, Slime.
Okay.
And high key, Slime got the best Twitter on here, bro. I don't even think it's close.
He doesn't really
I didn't even read the
melee
tweet
as
yet.
much. He doesn't even do melee as much. Like he's got a lot of good tweets, but they're not as much about melee though, right? That's the only thing for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, that's true.
The only thing I would say about Slime's Twitter is like it's sometimes it's just too much beef. Is what I would say. There's like a little too
Yeah.
much beef for my tastes.
Yeah,
Sometimes I feel like I need some veggies
hard,
to balance it out.
Yeah, we need a little S-fat.
But it's
I haven't
iconic.
been on it in a minute, but I like the roast ratio. He does exactly.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
he's on the other end. Blur is
Yeah.
on the get roasted end, and Slime is the roaster.
He's doing the
Yeah,
roasting.
Slime will roast shit.
This is like 3 or 4 for me.
Yeah,
in
to me
my
it's like
mind.
Blur level.
I feel the melee related tweet is pretty important for this content. So
Yeah,
the,
I agree.
Yeah.
So
So-
maybe, where do you want to put Slime?
Slime, yeah, like the hugs, kind of same level with hugs. I know that
you
his
put him in
Twitter is
hugs.
good, yep. But the other melee contents, maybe I has to put him as a close the hugs.
I guess that's fair, right? Because
That's
it's like,
true.
Yeah.
how much
Yeah.
does he really tweet about melee? And the answer is not very much
Not
at all.
really.
And we lowered hugs for that same reason, right? So I think that is fair.
Yeah.
Like I think we
Yeah.
put him, and we could put him above M2K because M2K doesn't tweet about melee that much either. I think we could.
Yeah, I'm
do
down
that.
to put him at 8 or 9. Truthfully though, I got Slime at like 2 or 3.
I think you could. I think you could put Slime in a lot of places.
Of these people, I think Slime has. I like his Twitter the most. Yeah, you could. I think you could ding Slime because he doesn't tweet about melee as much, but his tweets be hidden.
Yeah, fiction
Yeah, put
is
Fiction
2
too.
or 1. We
Two-
can have
two
the
or
argument.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think
so, yeah.
fiction's 2, but I'm down to put him at 1.
I think it's just he's a person to me that like if you heard him say his tweet, you would interpret the tweet a lot different. I think
Yeah.
he's like like when I talked about like facial expression, tone. Like I feel like if you heard Fiction say his tweets, you wouldn't nearly interpret them the way like most people like usually get frustrated when he tweets a lot of his things, but I don't think they would if they were around him or heard him talk.
I wish melee wasn't the crystal clear window into human weakness, greed, ego, and anger that it is. Like I know all this darkness is within us as a species, but the whole vibe is trying to avoid it, you know? And then I go play ranked versus Fox Maze, and it's just all out in the open. Fox player, dash dance, shine, full hop bear, nair, full hop bear. Me, writhing in pain, being forced to see the cogs of the soul that allow humans to cheat on their spouses, rob from their families, commit atrocities, and see others as subhuman. GG's, dude. Like that.
No
That's
way.
incredible.
No way a sober person tweets this, bro. No fucking way. The whole time I'm thinking, bro, shout out to your dealer, man. Damn. There's no way you could just be sober and tweet that, bro. Maybe I'm
That
angry.
is
I
such
apologize,
an incredible
Fiction.
tweet.
I really like the Fiction's Falco's matchup ratio one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He has some-
you
he
were
has some
you
good
were
ones about
roasting
me.
him for that one.
That's crazy. But at least the Fiction has a pretty good proud of his tweet.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That's
I don't
good.
know if he's felt shame about a single thing he's ever tweeted. Oh my god, dude. Oh, I forgot about this one. Oh my god.
I'm saying, bro, he might be the GOAT, bro.
I forgot. Oh, dude, I forgot about this one.
Yeah,
He
dude.
might be the GOAT.
Oh man. That
I
makes
got
it
him
so
over
much
Leffen
tougher.
personally, but you know, I get Leffen being Leffen, so we could put Leffen 1.
Oh man, I still think Leffen's number 1 just because his day to day is crazier. His reach because of his day to day, like just Leffen emotional stuff, I think is just crazier and farther.
They really are 1 and 2 in some order. I'm gonna let
It-
Obsa decide. I think
Yeah,
Obsa should
we
decide.
could go Leffen 1.
Yeah, I
No,
think
no,
I
no.
think
I
Leffen
just
1?
think
Okay.
Leffen's more popular, so it's easier to say that. But I think Fiction's tweets actually are more iconic. They're like, oh, okay, like
Yeah, if
you
you're talking
remember that
individuals,
shit.
yeah, I agree. Individual tweets, Fiction more, but in terms of a whole Twitter, I think Leffen is 1 for me.
I feel Leffen's first. He's so consistent.
Yeah, that's what I feel too.
Yeah, and also the
But if
Leffen has not only consistent, but also he has a peak.
He's got.
So-
I mean, he's got some good peaks too. He does.
Yeah.
So I think Leffen has an iconic Twitter that makes things happen, and makes discussion happen, positive or negative. And so I think even in Melee space, I still give it to Leffen. I think the argument for Fiction is certainly there, but that's my take. Congratulations to Leffen for entering the Pantheon, strongest Twitter in the game. Joined. And hey, this was truly an experience going over everyone's favorite website, Twitter.com, which has no problems whatsoever. Thank you everyone for the discussion, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. Did we miss any Twitters? Whose Twitter is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you, Golden Gamers.